All right, video 2. Ready, set, go. Parallel lines have the same slope. If one line has a slope of -4, the other line that is parallel to it will have a slope of -4. They are the same. Okay. Lines are perpendicular if you multiply their slopes and it equals -1. Their slopes are also opposite reciprocal. That means if I have a slope of a line that's 3/4, a perpendicular line to that one would be opposite. So that one's positive, so my new line will be negative. And the reciprocal means to flip it. So 4/3. So 3/4 and -4/3 are perpendicular lines. It means they cross perfectly, make a perfect T. All right. If I have a slope that's 5, what's the perpendicular slope? Well, we know this is really 5/1, so let's make it a fraction. All right. Opposite means that 5 is positive. Our answer will be negative. And then we flip it. 1/5. Okay. If the slope is -2, let's make it a fraction. What's the perpendicular slope? Well, that one's negative, so we know our answer will be positive, and we just flip it, 1/2. All right. The practice says to determine whether line AB and CD are parallel, perpendicular, or neither, and it gives us some coordinates. So what I'm going to do is we're going to find the slope of AB, then we're going to find the slope of CD and see if they're the same, opposite reciprocal, or neither. So let's find AB first. I got 1, 1, so x1, y1. And then I've got -1, -5, x2, y2. That's my A and my B. That's where I got those from. So we just do the slope. -5 minus 1 over -1 minus 5. That gives us the slope of -6/2, which equals a positive, -6/2, which equals a positive 3. So that slope of AB is 3. Now let's find CD. I'm going to use 3, 2, and 6, 1, x1, y1, x2, y2, 1 minus 2 over 6 minus 3. That gives us -1/3. Now, that is CD. So I have this 3 and -1/3. They are not the same, so they can't be parallel. But this one's positive and this one's negative, and this one's a 3/1 and this one's a 1/3. So we know that those are perpendicular. You can also use the symbol perpendicular. All right, let's look at this next one. We do it the same way. I'm going to take my 14, 13, and -11, 0, x1, y1, x2, y2. I get 0 minus 13 over -11 minus 14. The slope would be -13 over -25. Well, you can't have two negatives, so really they make a positive. So it's 13/25 for AB. Now let's find CD. -3, 7, -4, -5. x1, y1, x2, y2. -5 minus 7 over -4 minus -3. That gives us -12 over -1, which is a 12. All right, I got a 13/25 and a 12. There is nothing parallel or perpendicular about those. So those are just two random lines. They are neither of those things. Okay, now let's do this one more time. 3, 6, negative 9, 2, x1, y1, x2, y2, 2 minus 6 over 3 minus, whoa, sorry. Over negative 9 minus 3. That gives us a beautiful negative 4 over negative 12, which reduces to a positive 1/3. All right, now let's figure out CD. 5, 4, 2, 3, x1, y1, x2, y2, 3 minus 4, 2 minus 5. That gives me a beautiful 1/3. Look, they're the same. That tells me that they are parallel, or you can use the symbol parallel. All right, the directions say to graph a line that contains this point, negative 3, 0, that is perpendicular to CD. So first I need to graph that dot. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 over 0. So I put it right about there. Okay, now I need to find the slope of CD. Negative 2, negative 3, 2, 0, x1, y1, x2, y2, 0 minus negative 3 over 2 minus negative 2. And that gives me a slope. CD's slope is going to equal 5. I get 5. That'd be 3 over 4 positive. Goodness. 3 over 4. All right, but it said to use the perpendicular slope. So I need to make that negative and flip it. So this is my perpendicular line. So from the dot I put on the graph, I like to rise 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and go negative 3, 1, 2, 3. You can also go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and positive 3, 1, 2, 3, and you get the same line. So this new line is perpendicular to line CD, and I can graph CD, negative 2. I'm going to use a different color because that's cool. Negative 2, negative 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then 2, 1, 2, 0. So these little guys are perpendicular, which means that they form a perfect 90-degree angle where they cross. Okay, this one's a little easier because I'm looking for a line that's parallel. So first I'm going to grab that A point, 2, 1, 2, negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's my starting point for this line. Now to find the slope, I need to use my BC. 1, 3, 4, 5, x1, y1, x2, y2, 5 minus 3 over 4 minus 1 gives me 2 over 3. So that's my slope. And they're parallel, so it means they'll have the same slope. So from the dot I put, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Nope, kidding. 2. Rise 2. 1, 2, 3. Run 3. So there's my new line. Let's draw that old line on there and make sure we did it right. So 1, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slope is kind of screwy. Oh, yay, they're parallel. Oh. Slope is kind of screwy because you rise over run when you do slope, but when you plot points, you always go the X direction and then the Y direction. Don't let that confuse you. Do your worksheet. Thanks, bye.